Brazilian horror story. No, this is not about Brazil. I'm talking about waxing. Specifically, the type of wax around the bikini area that athletes, dancers, or regular girls like me get to make their kitty meow meow bald, clean, and dolphin smooth. It's something everyone always expects to be extremely painful, and you know what? It can be, but surprisingly, it's really not that painful if you go to a good waxer. I'd say it's maybe a 3 out of 10 in pain, and that's coming from someone with an extremely low pain tolerance. So usually I would go to the specific wax center that always does a great job of making an otherwise awkward and possibly painful experience swift, almost painless, and as comfortable as you can be given that you're completely exposed to a stranger. This wax place had a few locations where I used to live. I've never had a problem finding one near me, and my wax lady always did a fantastic job. So why would I ever think to go anywhere else? Well, I did, and it was one of the worst mistakes I have ever made. Around the time I was due for another wax appointment, I had dropped out of school, which is another story you can check out on my channel. So I moved in with my parents in their rural-ish countryside yeehaw town. That specific wax place I usually went to was nowhere to be found. If I wanted to get my panini waxed, I had to drive at least an hour away, and there was no way I was going to do that. Not in this crippling economy and not in this traffic. Some might ask, well, why don't you just shave like everyone else? It's not that hard. Not that hard. One, how are you guys even able to shave down there in the first place? Like, are you spreading your cheeks in front of your bedroom mirror? Do you bring a small mirror to the shower? If so, what angle? What position are you in? Doesn't it fog? How do you even shave the insides? How do you not cut yourself? Isn't it scary? How do you see your butthole? Hey, how about you just don't do either? No, I said I want to feel like a slippery dolphin. It's like that feeling you get when you get a new haircut or a new outfit, and every time you look in the mirror, you just feel so new, so good about yourself. And imagine being able to feel like that every day, whenever you wanted. Well, guess what? You can! In the world of today's sponsor, Infinity Nikki. Unleash your creativity and desire for exciting adventure with this cozy, open-world fairy tale simulator where you bring your imagination to life and immerse yourself in a storybook-like adventure. And this isn't your usual open-world adventure game. Look at how gorgeous she is. You're telling me I can look like her in game? And I can find magical, power-wielding, stylish clothes in the wild? Yes, please! Infinity Nikki is one of the hottest games online right now because of how magical it is to explore the bright, whimsical, and dreamlike landscape and discover gorgeous, elegant designs that you can use to customize your character in endless ways. Right now is an even more exciting time to play because Infinity Nikki's Carnival of Fireworks is now open. So join in on the festive celebrations, the new ability outfits, and exclusive limited edition outfits. Stunning fireworks are dazzling the island and unveiling an exciting new mystery event and multiple fun attractions. So join me and everyone else on Infinity Nikki by using the link below in the description and comments to unlock 20 free pulls, over 3,500 diamonds, 2 free outfits, as well as an additional 9 free outfits in the heartfelt gift store over the upcoming 3 versions. That's crazy. That's a lot. Thank you, Infinity Nikki, for sponsoring today's video. So I looked up salons that offer wax services near me and decided to try out this one cute-looking salon. This place was decorated so stylishly and the girls in the review photos looked super pretty. So I figured whoever was working this place knew what was up, they knew what they were doing, and support local small businesses. Come appointment day, I go in, and to my surprise, I'm greeted by this little boy. He asks me if I have an appointment. I say yes. For a Brazilian, he says, yes. I say, this was so freaking awkward. He then says he's gonna go tell his mom that I'm here. Already this whole thing is feeling very weird, but then I'm finally greeted by the owner. We'll call her Miss K. Miss K brings me into a private room and has me do the usual protocol of undressing from the waist down and getting straight into the butterfly position. By the way, yes, I am drawing myself with shorts. You don't wear anything but your top to a Brazilian wax, but I can't draw that. So if you're disappointed because you clicked on this video for other reasons, Anyways, Miss K gets right into it and turns around with her hot wax ready to go. Usually at this step, my OG waxer would twist the stick of wax for a couple of seconds to let the wax cool down before spreading it on, because it's blazing hot wax. But Miss K, for some reason, didn't do that. She just immediately slathers a thick slab of runny hot wax across my entire I start screaming and grimacing in pain because Miss K literally partially cooked me down there. If it wasn't roast beef before, it sure was now. Miss K sees me wincing and she has the audacity to say, "Yeah, baby, I'm sorry. It's gonna be a little warm." A little warm? Ma'am, you're literally burning me. She also did it in one huge slab. And if you know anything about waxing or you've gotten waxed before, you already know I'm cooked. So usually for Brazilians, waxers will lay strips in small organized sections. One, because it's more comfortable for the client to remove the hair in smaller sections. Two, it's easier for the waxers to pull the wax strips. And three, it prevents pulling too much on the skin, which can cause irritation, injuries, and trauma. Now, I really wanted to trust Miss K. I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. But then I thought to myself, wait a minute, I've had a few different wax techs before and no one has ever put this big of a wax strip on me. Something really doesn't feel right. What if Miss K doesn't actually do waxes and she's just certified to do it with barely any experience? I mean, the pictures and the reviews from all the girls talked about their hair or their nails. No one actually talked about their waxes. Maybe because Miss K doesn't actually normally do waxes? Before I could fully process this sticky situation, Miss K rips the wax. It was indescribable pain. I feel like I was clinging to consciousness. And the worst part of this was, Miss K not only pulled the wax strip, she lost her grip because it was too hard for her to pull. She didn't even pull the entire thing off and it hurt so bad. And she just kept trying to pull it off over and over and over again. I actually started crying and had to beg her to stop. I was in a full panic because I could tell Miss K did not know what she was doing. She was also getting nervous, like she knew she f***ed up. Miss K then decides to give me a handheld mini fan to point at my butt because I started profusely sweating down there. So now here I was, shaking, sweating, regretting everything, and sitting on this table with half a slab of wax hanging off my holding an electric fan to my dripping ass cheeks. All because I wanted to feel like a slippery dolphin. Miss K is saying I have to tough it out so she can finish her job. And I'm thinking, no, Miss K, no, there is no finishing the job. You are about to rip my pee-pee off. Miss K looks at me. I look back at her. She looks at me so as to communicate the inevitable demise I must face in order for both of us to escape this mess. The look of, you either walk out here with your lips half glued shut, or you walk out here limping, but a free woman. She's right. I closed my eyes, fully accepting my inevitable demise. Miss K tightly gripped the fat wax strip. My sweaty toes gripped the table, and she ripped it off. Sometimes being a slippery dolphin isn't worth it.